Long before England became a kingdom, it was a land of mist, mystery, and endless green hills. Ancient tribes roamed its forests and valleys, living close to nature, guided by the rhythms of the earth. The people who first walked this land left behind stone circles and burial mounds, silent witnesses to lives filled with wonder, fear, and faith. They could never have imagined that their home would one day become one of the most influential nations in the world. The story of England's birth is not just about kings and battles. It is about courage, unity, and the relentless will to survive. It began with the Celts, who called their land Britannia. They were proud and fierce, skilled in war and craftsmanship. But in 43 AD, the world around them changed forever. The Roman Empire arrived, bringing armies, roads, and cities of stone. The Romans ruled for nearly 400 years, leaving behind their walls, their laws, and their language. Britain thrived under Roman order, but when the empire began to crumble, the soldiers returned home, and chaos slowly crept back into the land. Without the Romans to protect them, the people of Britain faced invasion. From across the sea came the Angles, Saxons, and Jutes, warriors from what is now Germany and Denmark. They burned, they conquered, and they settled. Over time, they became part of the land itself. The old Celtic tribes were pushed westward, and a new culture began to take root. They called their land Anglo-land, the land of the Angles. From this name, England was born. The Anglo-Saxons brought the gods, their songs, and their stories. They built villages, ploughed the fields, and formed small kingdoms, Wessex, Mercia, Northumbria, and others. Each sought power, and often they fought each other. But they also created a rich culture, filled with poetry and wisdom. It was in this time that stories like Beowulf were told, tales of heroes and monsters that captured the spirit of a people trying to define who they were. Then came a new wave of terror, the Vikings. From the cold north they sailed, fierce and unstoppable. They raided towns and monasteries, spreading fear across the land. But even they, in time, began to stay. They built homes, traded goods, and blended with the Saxons. For years, England was divided between Saxon kings and Viking rulers. It seemed as though the land would never truly be united. That unity finally came under a determined leader, King Alfred the Great. Through battle and vision, Alfred defended his kingdom from the Vikings and began to unite the English under one rule. He was more than a warrior, he was a scholar, a builder of schools, and a man who believed in the power of knowledge. Under his leadership, England began to take shape, not just as a collection of lands, but as a nation with a shared identity. But England's story was far from peaceful. In 1066, a new force arrived from across the Channel, the Normans, led by William the Conqueror. The Battle of Hastings changed everything. The old Anglo-Saxon order fell, and a new Norman England rose in its place. Castles were built, laws were rewritten, and the language itself began to transform. From this fusion of Saxon and Norman worlds, a new England emerged, strong, disciplined, and deeply rooted in both its past and its pain. Through centuries of struggle, civil wars, invasions, and revolutions, England learned what it meant to endure. It became a land of kings and commoners, poets and dreamers, soldiers and sailors. Its story is one of transformation, of people who, through hardship and hope, built a nation that would one day shape the world. England was not born in a single moment, it was forged through centuries of courage, conflict, and change. From the ashes of tribes and kingdoms, it rose, carrying with it the voices of those who came before. And even now, those echoes still whisper across the hills, reminding us that every great nation begins with a dream and the will to rise again. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring tales from history. And remember to press the bell icon so you never miss an update.